Richician.
Hey YouTube, Richician84 here, and after a 3-week break, welcome to Q&A number 192. Yeah, there were no questions like 2 weeks ago, because nobody submitted them, and obviously there weren't any last week because I was away on holiday, but I do have some questions for this episode, although to be honest, I don't know how much longer this series is going to go on for. If I just don't get any questions. But on the post I made, Christian Hernandez has submitted a couple. So yeah, they're the only ones this week, so this won't be a long episode, which is just as well because I need to keep an eye on the food. One. Who made your channel opening song? That would have been my bosses at work. They made it for me back in December 2016, and that was when I started using an intro, but I don't know what they used to make it. So yeah, I just couldn't tell you how it was made. Even I wouldn't know how to make something like that. I could come up with something in my editing program, but it wouldn't be as amazing as what they created, or even what Weber's 5 can make. And number 2, when it comes to building Dark Magician with the new support from Tactical Tri-Pack, do you have a preference on outer engines you might play with it? Example, Diabell Star, Shining Sarcophagus, Primite, or text like Ready Fusion, Preparation of Rites. Preparation of Rites keeps coming up. I mean, it makes sense to run Preparation of Rites, considering it runs Illusion of Chaos now, but I don't really need it in my pure Dark Magician deck. I mean, I think it runs fine without it. I play it in my Magician of Chaos deck though, obviously. But I do want to try Ready Fusion out as well as Sandwich, because, well, that's just the easiest way to go into Dark... What was it called? Dark Magician of Destruction? I forget the exact name. So yeah, that's the way I'd want to go about doing it, because I preferably really don't want to banish my Dark Magician if I can help it. Sure, I'd still be playing 3 and I'd still have 2 to work with, but I'd rather none of them got banished really. So yeah, that's what I want to do. I do have a copy of Ready Fusion, but I don't know how many of each I want to run. It's unlikely I'll play 3, but either way I want to get another Ready Fusion and 2 copies of Sandwich, because for some reason I don't own that card anymore. So yeah, I'm going to want to do that just in case they end up going up in price. If you want my opinion on the other archetypes, well, while I did make incarnations of my Dark Magician deck in the past, nowadays I just rather play it pure. It's just easier and, well, more fun for me and just more consistent. I mean, Primite is good, don't get me wrong, but it's not something I'd prefer to run really, along with the fact that the Primite cards are just too expensive and too difficult to get. I mean, yeah, a couple were reprinted in the latest Battles of Legend, but even so, it's like, I just can't be bothered. Diabell Star is not an option, at least not in my format, because that archetype is banned in Richician format, just because it works with, well, mainly works with Snake Eye. maybe White Forest, both of which are also banned. Well, no one likes Snake Eye, let's be honest. I mean, I'm pretty much just trying to keep meta archetypes out of my format if I can help it. I mean, yeah, Blue Eyes is still allowed because it's a fan favourite and it just wouldn't be right. Primite is allowed, but I'm a little unsure about whether or not to do anything to it, because, well, out of everyone who plays my format, I think Gunler's the only one who does, but it only came up once. And I think Dragon Master wants to give Primite a go, so yeah, I'm just not sure whether or not to ban Primite from my format. But even if I don't, it's not something I plan to use anyway. I mean, I prefer to keep Dark Magician, Blue Eyes and Red Eyes pure. And as for Shining Sarcophagus, well, it is tempting to run the Shining Sarcophagus version of Dark Magician Girl and Dark Magic Mirror Force. They require Shining Sarcophagus itself, and I feel like it's just going to be too awkward for me to mix the Dark Magician archetype with the Shining Sarcophagus archetype. I mean, I could try it if I wanted to, but again, that requires getting all the Shining Sarcophagus stuff, which, again, I think is a bit expensive and hard to get. Maybe not as much as Primites, but still, it's like, I just can't be bothered with that. I mean, preparation of rights I'll think about, but the Ready Fusion stuff, yeah, I do want to give that a go. And that's going to do it for questions in this episode. Thanks very much for your questions, very cool ones, and if any of you guys have any questions you want to ask me, post them in the comments section down below. And remember, I do these episodes every Wednesday afternoon or evening, UK time, so be sure to get your questions in before then so that you don't miss out. And of course, that depends if I do continue to get questions, because again, I don't know how much longer this series will carry on for. But yeah, thanks for watching, stay safe, see you later. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the Richician YouTube channel.